I have come to discover in most African countries, and particularly in our country, we are all trying to do the same thing. Most people are doing the same thing, following the same line of business. Once a few people discover a line of business that is profitable, everybody, the majority, multitudes will plunge into that business until it's no longer profitable. We are all doing the same business, doing the same thing. Once upon a time, it was pure water business, and everybody plunged into it until it's no longer profitable. Once upon a time, it was phone accessory business, and everybody plunges into it. Everywhere around the street corners, you see phone accessory businesses, outfits. Once upon a time, it was POS business. Everybody along all the street corners, you see different shops, POS businesses. We are always doing the same thing. Once one person is doing a business that is profitable, every other person goes into it without thinking. And at the end of the day, these businesses are no longer profitable. This is a weakness and a limitation. And the reason for this is mental laziness. We are not willing to think. All of us cannot be event planners or caterers, confectionaries. We are all baking cake today. Nobody is frying gari. That's why everybody is hungry. I remember those days. Everybody wants to go to a university. Nobody wants to go to College of Education or go to the Polytechnic. They saw those places as being inferior. And at the end of the day, we miss out on the great uniqueness of such institutions. There was a time every student in secondary school wanted to go to the science class. Nobody wanted to go to art class or commercial class because of this bandwagon mentality. Once one person or group of persons are doing one particular thing, everybody begins to do it. Once some people have discovered one benefit of something in one area, everybody begins to do it. There was a time everybody was driving golf. Everybody began to drive it. Now there's another particular one. Everybody is doing the same thing. It is a limitation. It is because we are not willing to think outside the box. You can unlock great potentials, great opportunities for breakthrough by learning to think differently. You don't have to do a popular thing to become popular. Doing what is popular will not necessarily make you popular. I know somebody that was recycling waste items, empty bottles, plastic bottles, nylon, and different, cans and waste items. Will gather them, process them, recycle them, and turn them into other products. And he was using them to create school bags and textiles. And that has taken that individual to many different quarters, has brought great profits. I was in a conference where she was there to speak. Doing something popular may not necessarily make you popular. Elon Musk and his team chose to think differently from the conventional, vehicle that uses fuel. They came up with the organization Tesla Motors that specialize in building vehicles, electric vehicles, the first in the world. It has brought them great profit because they chose to think differently. We must learn to break away from the conventional. We must be unconventional in our thinking. We must be unconventional. We must break out of the bandwagon mentality. When someone is doing one business, everybody, because we are not willing to think. But so much is locked up inside of you. So much potential, so much ideas, so more visions are locked up inside of you. Proverbs 20 and verse 5. It says, counsel in the heart of a man is like deep waters. It says, a man of understanding will draw it out. There is a well inside of you, well of ideas and potentials and possibilities. You can invent great things. You can think it through. You can be original. You can be excellent. You can be extraordinary. The Good News Translation says, a person's thoughts are like water in a deep well, but someone with insight will draw it out. It's time for us to begin to create thinking time. Reduce chatting time and increase thinking time. Chat less, think more. Discover more that God has locked inside of you. Discover new areas of opportunity by choosing to think differently. Everyone cannot be doing the same thing. You can unlock your breakthrough and opportunity by thinking differently. Most of the time, our limitations is born out of the fact that we are all trying to do the same thing. If we are all doing the same thing, our results cannot be different. If we are all trying to do the same thing, we will miss out in the opportunities available in other areas. There are many other untapped areas of enterprises and businesses. They are untapped. There are virgin areas that are yet to be tapped into. But because of mental laziness, we are not willing to think it through. We just copy and paste. We see somebody doing something, we follow the same. One person is doing baking business, confectionery business, catering business, then everybody becomes a caterer. At the end of the day, there are too many caterers that only few people are even having functions. So if the caterers are more than those that are having celebration, will we engage them? It's time for us to engage our thoughts. I choose to dress differently today. I hope you like it. This dress came from one of the African countries. The name of the country starts with one of the alphabet from A to Z. Would you like to guess? Anyway, thank you for listening. All right? Please follow me on my Instagram page, Pastor Ayotunde Adekola. You can also subscribe to my YouTube page, Adekola Ayotunde, and also on my TikTok page, Pastor Ayo Adekola. God bless you.